All right. Hey, how you doing? This is Erick from VIPeXecs Realty, Lending and Investments in Luxury Property. I'm here today for Friday highlights. It's usually Friday highlights, the Pulse of Real Estate, and the AMP Live Real Estate Show. I'll be your host today for the AMP Live Real Estate Show, coming to you live here in beautiful, crazy Southern California. All suited up today. So today was usually an admin day, but then Fridays kind of turned in sometimes into actually field days, right? So running around, getting some stuff done, and then still dealing with, not dealing with, but, massaging the family events that happen, whether it's doctor appointments or your kids coming over or not coming over or need something or need some help or whatever, right? But those are blessed things. Those are awesome things if they're happening to you. And it just depends on how you frame stuff, right? It takes time over time. Some people get frustrated quickly. Some people get pissed off or, man, I got to do this and that. There's not enough time in the day. Or just make excuses and say, I'm going to do this, because it's easier or, whatever. But that's not money. It's not Mindset Money Monday today. So we're going to talk about today. It's Friday highlights. So we're talking about Friday highlights, and I believe on the corner there, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up and look. But it was going to be like, hey, just if you have a link and you're here, awesome. Let's chit chat and talk about some deals, how you can work some deals, any type of deals you bring down the wire. I'm going to do a little housekeeping first. We're going to talk about live deals. I got some websites that I pulled up too that are going to be some awesome pro tips for you. If you're in Southern California or anywhere, doesn't matter. They got all kinds of different places, little tricks and tips that you can use to find data, work data, get exclusive data just for you in your area that others are probably not even thinking about, but it's okay. There's enough out there all over the place. So I got a little bit of agenda, not much. Got some notes right here, so I'll go through them and we'll knock them out one by one. But this was just an invite, a personal invite. It's the first time we did this. It's just a little personal invite. If you got a link, or if you actually said, hey, I want to join, I want to get on this live with myself and talk and chat, and you bring a deal to the table. I don't care if it's commercial, single family, it doesn't matter. Wholesale deal, sub-2 deal, seller finance, anything that's creative real estate investing, we'll be able to handle. We'll be able to either help you get funded or give you an exit strategy, point you in the right direction, or maybe we'll partner up and do a deal together if it looks juicy enough at the end of the day, or not. If you just want to go get it done yourself, that's cool. Hey, we'll point you in the right direction and you go and do that, okay? So tomorrow, we got Saturday, actually Sunday, I know that I get to cook dinner for the family, right? So I got to pick a recipe out of here, which is awesome. And then reading my book, The Magic of Thinking Big, reading it again. It's an awesome fucking book. Go get it. I don't have it in front of me, or maybe I could probably go around and go get it. There's also the awesome other juicy book, Science of Getting Rich. It's like Think and Grow Rich. And then the Go Giver book, right? But I want to talk about something I think is cool. That music that you heard earlier, hey, I just went ahead and played it. I know like last night I came out with a live, 11:59, 11th hour, dressed down, had a long day, but bringing some stuff to the table about music, rock and roll, right? So that's kind of funny because that's actually my cousin rocking and rolling with his band. And, you throw it out there to the universe, you start doing stuff. And like I said, I made it when I usually say, hey, say it one time, shut up, and then go do it, right? And that's it. But music is a thing where it's everywhere. It should be out there. So that's definitely going to be in the works, and it's happening, right? So we're going to be working on some tunes. Probably going, well, what band, right? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm going to get a band together. I'm going to make some music. We're going to do some recordings and things of that nature. Shit, I might even want to go play live and put on the wig and shit, right? And go do some headbanging and rocking and rolling. Some local club here in Hollywood or San Bernardino, Riverside, or maybe even Los Angeles somewhere, right? Heck, maybe even down in Texas, right? But the bottom line is I did want to share that because that's something that's on the table. What does that have to do with real estate? Absolutely nothing. But since we're doing this live stuff here, so this is obviously usually for Friday highlights. I'm out in the field somewhere, and we'll talk about some of the Pulse of Real Estate. We'll talk about the Amp Live Real Estate Show. We'll talk, obviously, sponsored by VIPeXecs Realty, Lending and Investments. If you got a link, that means you were selected and you got a special link. If you can make it, great. If you can't, I get it. Things happen all the time, right? Schedules change on a dime, and I get that. Even for myself, right? I think someone said, man, you're one of the hardest guys to get a hold of. Well, not really. Just shoot me a text, right? So it's a matter of what works for me and what works for you. He's like, well, man, I got time to text. It takes 2 seconds. Text me and I'll give you a call right back. And if I can't call you, I'm going to say, hey, let me call you in 20 minutes. But there's a communication going back and forth, right? Regardless of whether you go, man, I called you. You know my number. You pick me up. Pick it up. I'm like, well, I'm busy. I got shit. I hate using that's right. No fucking busy bullshit. I'm rocking and rolling is what I'm doing, right? I hate the word fucking busy. Busy just means that you're not a priority at the end of the day. But when there's a lot of stuff going on, you do put your priorities on the table. And some calls I'm waiting for, some calls I'm expecting, other calls they come and go, and it's just the golden rule. Hey, we're playing phone tag or whatever. We just got to mind each other and respect each other's schedules at the end of the day, right? So I definitely get it, but no, I'm like quick. I get in touch, even with our mentees, right? It's always, hey, you reach out, we're chit-chatting that day, or within a couple of minutes or a couple hours in between the appointments and the schedule that I have, respectively. So I definitely get it, and then when I'm trying to get a hold of people, I guess it's the same thing. I'll be calling, I'll text, I'll call, we'll chat one time. And then, it's hard to get a hold of somebody, and it becomes just, hey, it's a priority, whether they want to chit chat or not. Do you want to do a deal or not? So I get all that. But at the end of the day, we're going to be rocking and rolling some deals, I'm sure, some sites. They'll probably go in and out very quickly because, obviously I don't want to be sharing addresses and all that other good stuff, but I'll just give you the scenarios and kind of break them down. If you have deals right now, I'm going to go ahead and post this inside of the Let's Share Real Estate Investment Deals in the group. I'm going to go do that right now. And let me see. And see who we get. See what we're going to go fishing. Okay. So let me go here. I'll share this tab instead. Close out these little thingies here. Yeah, let's. I'm just going to go into the Facebook group. Where's the group at? Bear with me a couple of seconds. All right, so it seems like I'm a little low key, right? But at the end of the day, it's a long day. I'm gonna rock very slow. We're already 7 minutes into the shit, so there should be some stuff that's probably pulled up there. Let me see. I just want to go ahead and post this inside of the group. Is that the group? No, not yet. We also have another group. It's called Amplify the Art of the Deal, Creative Real Estate Investing. And then I got this one here. Let's Share Real Estate Investment Deals Together. All right, we're trying to we're getting it up there. Got to get up to 1,000 peeps right now. We're at about maybe close to 700 and some change. I definitely feel confident we'll be able to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and post this in here. This is going to be Friday highlights, RE stream scheduled for 6 p.m. Yeah, we're a little late, 6:27. Who gives a shit, right? It's fashionably late. It's Friday, January 16, 2026. There's a guest link right there. If you're invited for a hot seat, bring a deal. Leave with capital, structure, clarity today at 6 p.m. Definitely let's rock. I'm going to post that right there. Of course, after the live is over, it won't be active and it won't work anymore. It's only good while we're live here on RE stream. This is being streamed live across several platforms like TikTok and Twitch and Instagram and YouTube and all that shit, right? Anyways, Facebook, several Facebook groups. Know that, well, not the groups. The groups, they changed that up. So you had to like work it out with Facebook and get some code and some other bullshit to be able to stream live in the Facebooks, which I think is cool, which I'd like to do more of because it's more private. And, I think the people that are in the groups, if they're in there for a reason. They want to get that information. They want to get some good information without being spammed and all kinds of shit. I get it. I put a lot of stuff, our stuff that's in there, whether it's promos, properties, and going live and all this good stuff, because that's what this platform's for, right? I know I talked about it last night, several years ago, when social media, Facebook came out, right? It's all about, hey, business. And even back then, they're telling, well, you got to be social. You got to put your name, pictures of your family, and all that shit. I said, fuck that. I'm not going to do that. It's a platform for business, and that's the way we're going to keep it. I don't give a shit if someone's having lunch or taking a shit or something like that, or I got to go to the restroom. I don't care, right? And but people do, obviously, right? Because people watch this stuff, and they watch every move. They watch the comedy. And then I think I did watch a crazy video last night about dopamine, right? It's the fast, quick stuff. People don't want to work for shit anymore, right? They want that quick, fast dopamine because they can get it all right here. right? In the palm of their hand, right? They can get their swipes, they can get their TikTok shit, they can get their Facebook shit, they get their social media, and they get dopamines, which means back in the 80s when I rock and rolled and had to either play rock and roll, it was about going to practice, getting off your ass, getting a little job, getting your little truck or whatever the hell you're going to use, to haul your equipment around, or your partner or associates, equipment. And then obviously get out there and practice. And then eventually start doing some backyard parties, some gigs. And then, if you're lucky enough, you can go on tour across the United States and things of that nature. Nowadays, just everybody want to do shit online, or they want to do it all on their phone, right? And get those dopamines rolling, and makes people, I think, realistically, makes people really fucking lazy and shit, right? Because back in the 80s, if you got a job and you bust your ass, guess what? There was somebody right behind you who's ready to take your fucking job in a second if you didn't move your ass quick enough and fast enough and be better and be the best in wherever you're doing in that little job of yours. That someone's going to creep up, they're going to take your job, and then you're fucking out of work. I learned very early, even though my granny, I used to call her Nana, right? I lived on, back in the, Los Angeles on a street, and, a long street. We had a ballroom and all this crazy shit, low riders be coming down Whittier Boulevard and stuff, and people and friends and knowing the whole block, and kids riding your BMX bike and all that stuff, right? A little history. Probably thinking, what the hell does that have to do with real estate, right? But we're getting to it. Just kind of watch and listen and try to read between the lines and see the forest through the trees. That's my goal for you, after all. Goal for everybody, because that's our goal for the whole United States of America. Just to open up your eyes, not the woke eyes, but open up your eyes in regards to God, the universe, frequency, and everything that's there for you, and the opportunities that are there for you to have some happiness and some joy and all that other good stuff. Because I know life can be tough sometimes. It can be rough, and things can happen. That's just part of life, right? You're probably going, well, where the hell am I going with all this stuff, right? So let's get back to it. What I was getting at is that, when I lived on that street, right, there was, people and friends and things that were happening on that block. And, and what you can, I guess what I think I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to circle back around and get to the point of what I was starting, of what got me going, which was the dopamines, right? It's right here, right? It's fast and it's quick, like I said. So we're back on track, okay? Meaning that if you wanted dopamines, you went out and played. You got in the sun. Yeah, maybe you did a little bit more crazier stuff than others, or maybe a little bit more reserved, right? Maybe you played some basketball or some football, or did something else, or rode your bike, right? And hopscotch or whatever. And others would be like, man, we're going to run. We're going to drive our bikes to the beach, or we're going to go to the park. We're going to jump over this. We're going to create some ramps, or maybe we're going to, blow some, fireworks up or something, just to get the adrenaline going, because you had to get that dopamine more and more and more and more, because you didn't have the luxury of this. We actually had to physically go out and do stuff to have fun. And sitting in the house is one thing. Unless you can sit in the house and you study and play a video game, or no, there wasn't even video games back there. It was board games, right? The video games were a crazy ass Atari, with the little thing that went bink, bink, and went back and forth, right? With some, and then the other games started coming out, like Mattel and a bunch of other stuff. But probably thinking, well, what does this have to do with the title, right? The title was, hey, you were invited. You're invited to be here to take a look at some deals, drop some deals, get some funding, and obviously have your deals worked at the end of the day. You can give my professional advice on structuring the type of deals, whether it's a sub-2 deal, is it a cash deal, is it an option, is it rent to own, is it seller finance, is it best maybe for a little bit of a fix up and then listing it, maybe the novation stuff, right? Anything that lives in the creative real estate investing realm, and even the traditional side, right? Then there's usually an exit strategy even for the traditional side of like a listing, right? Or maybe it's getting a little bit of money to fix it up, to bring it up to retail, and working it out with the seller. Can you do those things? Of course, as long as you disclose, even if you're a real estate agent or a broker, right? There's people that are doing that. I know a broker who did that for a long time. That was part of his rock and roll program, right? A brokerage, real estate listings, investments, hard money, private money, and contracting, and to be able to serve his clients and the office's clients, right? And all their agents. So it's a beautiful, lovely thing. There's all kinds of stuff nowadays, right? Hybrids of all kinds of things. Excuse me. And creative real estate is the future of real estate. So Might as well get used to it right back there. And even back there, right, Amp Live, the American Mentee program, as well as Amp Live Media, which powers what we do, and VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments and Luxury Properties. Step into excellence, by the way. So that's just a little sponsor, a little verbiage from our sponsor. And Amp Live Media, a media and marketing and broadcasting company, obviously, because that's what we're doing here, right? We're actually literally broadcasting live on several platforms through a platform, right? And getting in touch with a bunch of people. And then we usually will run it, monetize it, replays, and all that good stuff, right? That's why our views are going higher and higher over a period of time. Plus, I believe it's being consistent. So people go, well, I'm going videos, I'm doing these videos. It takes time, and you think about it and go, man, is it even worth it? As far as I'm concerned, yeah. Okay, it is worth it. That's your currency. Your currency is building. And if you keep on rocking and rolling and you're helping, that's like what we're trying to do, obviously, here today. So I'm going to go ahead and move through these slides, or just move through these little graphics. So I'm going to share some stuff with you. Yeah, there'll be some shameless brides, some free stuff that you can use in the business to help you find deals. There might be some, some offers for the American Mentee program, as well as rocking and rolling deals. I know we got some deals out in the Texas Triangle, Midwest, like Missouri, and then obviously here in Southern California, all 4 counties, Los Angeles County, San Bernardino County, Riverside County, and the OC, Orange County as well. So those are the places that we're rocking and rolling in. And if you got deals, definitely send them down the wire. We'll underwrite them and see if we can get you an offer within 24 to 72 hours. If not, maybe we can do a JV or run them through the network, or hey, it's just not a good fit, or maybe help you get a loan, or maybe it's hard money or transactional funding or whatever. Because obviously we have that through VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments in Luxury Properties. So obviously the hard money is there, traditional loans and all that good stuff, Freddie and Fannie and all that good stuff is something that we have in our arsenal. Okay, so definitely, if you're looking to either hang your license with us and be a real estate loan officer, or a hard money lender, definitely let's chat. Or maybe you want to drop your license with us and get the best of both worlds, right? Where it's real estate, traditional real estate and listing and buyers, agents, stuff and all. But same token, hey, how do you work with these wholesalers? How do I make money with wholesalers? How do I wholesale and still be a real estate agent, right? Because they're seeing, like, some states are trying to push that really hard. Oh, they should have a license, I say, shut the fuck up, whiny motherfuckers and shit, right? It's by being a whiny bitch at the end of the day, right? It's stupid at the end of the day, right? Even having a license, how can you be, I know I'm talking shit here, right? Because like, hey, you got a license, so what? Does it make you a professional? No, you got a license that was issued through the government just so they can charge you fees and a bunch of other bullshit, right? But you know shit about real estate. You don't know anything about real estate, right? You have to learn it still. You still got to get a mentor. You got to get a coach. You got to go through some training, and maybe 2 years of hopping around to find your own brokerage and all that good stuff. We say eliminate all that bullshit and work with people who love what they do. That's us, VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments, Amp Live Media, and obviously we have our other brands that are going to fly under VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments. So I would say, hey, look. But my point was like, you can take a test, you can get your real estate license, but you don't know shit about real estate. You just know what the policies and procedures are. You don't know how to get a listing. You don't know how to promote yourself. You don't know how to market. You don't know how to negotiate. You know how to fucking do any of that shit, let alone write the contracts, right? You need a brokerage to help you with that. You need a real estate company to help you with that. Or you're going to learn. Maybe you'll learn, or you buy some programs for $500, $5,000, $10,000, $50,000, $60,000, $100,000. I think the highest I've ever heard is $150,000 for a one-day seminar to learn how to do real estate investing. And I saved that Chinese guy. I don't think or Korean dude. I think it was Korean dude. He inherited a bail bonds company from his dad, and he was just running that son of a bitch to the ground. High traffic and all that good stuff. Good spot, but he was going to go spend that. I said, man, you don't need to do that. It's a waste of freaking money, man. At the end of the day, but shit happens, right? So at the end of the day, just remember, this is live and uncut. S-bombs, F-bombs. If you take it personal, they'll talk about religion, talk about politics. People say, oh, you shouldn't mix those with business, right? People are going to say a certain thing, and this is America. The United States of America is one of the greatest countries on the planet, right? And that's the USA. And yeah, hey, God happens to be my higher power. I'm a God-fearing man. I believe in God. That's what keeps me rolling. keeps me getting up every single day along with my family and everything else, and being super grateful that I do get to do that. And I appreciate that. At the end of the day, and having no fear, no qualms about anything else, there's nothing wrong with that, right? If that works for you, then awesome. God bless you with abundance, prosperity, health, and wealth. If not, then go seek God and go figure out what you need to do, or figure out what you need to get yourself into rock and rolling, maybe your life or whatever it is. I don't know. Or maybe you're just perfect and you're like, cool. But I know at the end of the day, Andre LeVay, the Mr. Satanist guy, was crying like a bitch saying, oh God, please help me, right? And he's all about Satan, right? They all do that. They all want that Hail Mary, or what do you call it? They want the last rites and all that good stuff, because they actually get to see whatever they're going to see and where they're going. They're like, man, I don't like that place. I don't want to go there. Please, God, help me. There's like countless encounters of that stuff, and it's documented, right? So makes you think a little bit. But that's not for me to judge. I'm not here to judge you or anybody. At the end of the day, you can judge me all day long. Don't give a shit. And maybe it's just one of those days today, right? Because there's a lot, trying to stay as positive as possible. But at the end of the day, it's all about rocking and rolling, doing this business, helping your fellow Americans, having some integrity, loyalty, and just do your stuff, right? And if you can help your fellow American, then why not? That's how AHA, Americans Help Americans, was born. One American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, doing our part to get America back on track together with you and others across the United States of America. Powered by Amplified Media, a media broadcasting and marketing company that houses our mentees and other people that we work with through the American Mentee Program. We got a new program that's going to be rolling out for I believe it's called a Wholesale 101, and I think we might even change the son of a bitch to Creative Real Estate Investing 101. That's a little longer, not as sexy, right? Through door knocking to get your deal, first deal, second deal, third deal, and again, eventually just keep on rocking deals. At least it's going to get you in the business quickly and fast, and kind of like we do when we surf for deals. That's why we kind of coined the term, or created surfing for deals, where you could just do all the dopamines, where you can get the surfing for deals, find your deals, and fill up your pipeline right there while you're on the phone, while you're working out, while you're on the pot, while you're in line at the grocery store, whatever it may be. But you can find deals right there. You just need to know. And that's going to be if you stick around, it's going to be towards the end. I'm going to have a link for you. I'm going to have a place where you download. You can do the QR code and scan it. It's absolutely free. It's worth about $1,500 to be a video, a training video, a PDF, cheat sheets, and all that good stuff. If you get stuck, just DM us. We'll help you. We'll help you get going and help you start filling up your pipeline super, super quick. Free of charge. Doesn't cost a dime to chit chat with us if we have the time, or if you can catch us at the end of the day and catch us on a good day. So let's keep on moving forward. Without further ado, I did want to share this. Look, this is what's cool. Networking is the theme for 2026 and 2027. Okay, now I've never been one to like go to the seminars and webinars. If we went to webinar or seminars, it was to go to recruit people and meet, just people, business people, like, business owners and investors and stuff, right? And then have a good time and, business and pleasure and do all that good stuff, right? Which I haven't done in quite a while, so let alone the vacation stuff, right? But for 2026 and 2027, we're going to be doing those things, okay? We're going to hit about 4 to 5 as my commitment for seminars. I don't care where they're at in the United States of America. Shit, might even be out of country. I'm not a fan of going out of the country, so most likely just going to stay here in the good old U.S. of A. And hit those seminars, right? And that means meeting people and going to the events 2 or 3, 4 days and hitting the VIP section and all that good stuff, right? But it's network, and to build that network, because we know what's coming in the next 4 to 5, 6, 7 years. But this is cool. Boss, want to pick this up for me? If you can see that, it says "You rock," right? So every time it's kind of something that you can do. As I meet people out and about, yes, I'm going to put them on my phone. Yes, you got the digital bullshit. I get it. Right? But you're going to put them in your phone. You're going to say, I just met this person today. And before you go to bed, 3, 4, 5 people, they're going to get a "You rock" card, okay, from me. Just say, hey, how awesome it was to meet with you. And even if you're a butthole or a jerk or whatever, you're going to say, hey, I'm going to send them one anyway. Say, "You rock, PMA." You may have been an asshole or a jerk or a biatch, but it's okay. Rock and roll. We love you anyways, right? And if it's awesome and you're positive, hey, same thing, right? We just want to put it out there, put the good vibes out there, and then obviously you start stacking those "You rock" cards, and just networking with more and more people is going to be the key. obviously, right? I know for the last cycle, it was networking. People come to my office. I didn't have to go out to people. I didn't have to hunt people. I didn't have to do any of the social media shit, right? We just put the business out there, put the brand out there, and then people came to us. And as long as we delivered with deals, and rolling out the files, right? Yeah, even old school files like this, right? And you roll them out and you're like, okay, got about 10, 15 of these, right? Yeah, they're still, yes, they're on a computer. You got dot loop and you got all kinds of shit, right? But ain't nothing like something that someone can see and feel and you go, here you go. Take a look. What's this one? What's this worth? 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 10,000, 5,000, right? They all got a price point. If it's wholesale, if it's sub 2, if it's fix and flip, if it's buy and hold, is it single family? Is it a multifamily? Is it a storage unit? Is it RV park, whatever? Is it a freaking is it a sausage making company? Right? Who knows? Right at the end of the day, okay, it could be anything. As long as it's for sale, you can buy it, and you can buy it on terms. You could buy it through leverage. You could buy it through any type of creative type of deal. But the key is learning the art of the deal, or what I like to say, learning the AMP Live method, right? Learn the AMP Live method. That's tie down, sales 101, a little bit of psychology, right? Wrapped up with what? A closing ratio, getting your closing ratios up there to the 70-80% range. That means 7 out of 10 deals that are on your table, you will close, right? But it is a process, not just like, hey, here's 7, 8 out of 10, or, people throwing spaghetti at the wall and shit. No, that lead has to go through a process to be a qualified lead. And then when it's a qualified lead, then you run it through the process with your closing ratios to be able to close 80 to 90% closing ratio, or 8 to 9 out of 10, right? Can't just take any shit lead and go, oh yeah, my closing 8 out of 10, I'll close any shit lead. To a degree, yes and no, but the way we do it, the AMP Live method, and there's others that do this. I've seen a couple other people that actually understand that process, but it goes through a process of qualification and running them through the gauntlet to see the seller, buyer, investor. It doesn't matter who it is, but for this case, we'll use a seller. And when we go through that process and talking with the seller, we're going to know how motivated they are, what their problems are, what solutions we have for them, and then getting the information from them so we can provide some offers for them, offers that make sense to them. And if they don't make sense, then we sit there and we stay with them for a period of time till we come up with a contract, or come out with a contract, or maybe a marketing agreement, or maybe an option, maybe a sub 2 deal, maybe it's a loan. Hell, maybe at the end of the day, they just want too much for their property. We take off the real estate hat, real estate investor hat, put on the real estate listing hat, lender hat, maybe get them a loan. If they can't get a loan, let's list the property. Let's help them out with fixing up their property to get full retail. So then we're becoming what? We're becoming an asset to them. We're becoming an advocate for them. We're building a relationship and befriending the seller, doing more than the rest who just go slam, bam, thank you, ma'am, right? Like the Wolf of Wall Street, if you ever watched that movie, right? And where they're trying to close that, that client, right? And doing all that bullshit. I'm not into any of that stuff, right? We're into it, but it's more about, yes, taking care of the client, seller number 1, investor number 2. And then we are last on a totalable, number 3, right? And that is the process. It's been the process forever. And we like it. We work it. We massage it as things need to adjust and adapt. As I say, adjust, adapt, or perish. I say rock and roll. So let's get to it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little check here, do a little bit of, we got 28 minutes. I'm going to go for I'll go for an hour, another 30 minutes, because I can talk for hours and hours. But let's go ahead and share this real quick. I'm going to move to this one here. So I don't know if you can see that screenshot up here, but I'm going to go ahead and go to that screen. I'm going to go ahead and maybe I'll pull it up here. Can we see it? Let me see. Let me share a couple things with you. But I want to say welcome to the AMP Live show. And I thank you for, what do we got here? A chat. Let me see. We got a chat. Okay. I'll put rock and roll in here. This will be recorded and monetized and chopped up and put into the Facebook group as well. So that Facebook group, I did put a link in there. Let me double check. And if anybody bites, cool. Let's rock. Let's do it. Let me see. I'm going to go over here to Facebook thingy. Oh, group. Okay. Why not? You can go right there. Let's try the other one. Hopefully you're doing good. Welcome to Friday Highlights, the Amplify Real Estate Show. Let's go ahead and also going to knock out. Also going to work. I believe. What do we got? Let me double check here on the dopamine machine. That is what video? What day is it? I should know this shit, but man, just keep rocking every day, right? So day 43. So happy 2026 USA, day 43, 100 videos, 100 days, 100 push-ups. Obviously I'm here doing that, but maybe I'll come back a little bit later and roll one in the dark because I still got to actually go out and take care of a couple of things as well. But there is I believe, it's right here. Maybe I'll pin this to the top just for shits and giggles. There you go. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So that's in the Let's Share Real Estate Investment Groups. I'm also going to share it again. I don't want to. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll put it out there anyways. Nah. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. See what else we got here. We'll go back here. Okay, now let's check this out. We'll pull this up real quick. Now, what you see here is prop wire, okay? Let me see. I'm going to pull this up here so you can see all three of these. All right, so you can see at the top right up there. I believe it's right up there. Boink, other hand, right up there. That's prop wire. Prop wire is pretty cool. I like it in regards to just finding something quick and fast. It does work on the dopamine machine right there very quickly. You can look it up and log in and boom, and I like the way it's I like the user interface. It's nice and clean and simple. And you can go ahead and find properties. So you got something. Someone sends you a lead very quickly, then you can go there and look it up. So I'm going to go through. I'm going to even show it to you. I'm not going to give you a full tour of it, but I'm just going to show that what we're looking for. What are we looking for? Deals, right? Deals, NODs, pre-foreclosures, probates, vacant properties, distressed properties that need to be sold or sellers want sold and people don't really want to buy them or regular people don't want to buy them except for investors, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit this here. And what's cool about it is that you can see the information like, hey, $60,000 mortgage. There's a lot of equity in this property. You check out the square footage and all that good stuff. I'm going to bore you with all the details, but check this out, right? Foreclosure details. Uh-oh. Can you see that? Let me see if I can go back to the enchilada here and then pull it up on a bigger screen here. See what we got. See, does it pull it up? Yep, there it is. Okay, so now you can see that, right? As you can see right up there, over there, boom, boom. No, it's that way. Okay. We'll do the we'll do the WWE shit. While you look at that, I'm going to go ahead and let me see, where's it at? Okay, hold that up here. All right, so you can see, notice the default 1026, about $6,000 behind. Opening bid, where's it going to be? San Diego. Auction date 1/17/2026. That's coming up. That's like tomorrow. Shell Point Mortgage Servicing, know who they are. And then you got yourself a trustee number and a trustee number to call. You can also punch in the trustee number and case number to find that property, see if it actually goes to foreclosure or not. Or you're going to skip trace it. Boom, you can add the property. You can skip trace and do other good stuff to do what? To find a property. You can skip trace and get the telephone number, get the email and all that good stuff. It's public information in Southern California because Southern California or California is what's called a full disclosure state. Texas, non-disclosure. Certain areas are non-disclosure. But you can, with all these platforms, if you do enough research, you can find just about anybody, anything, and any property and get the information, the telephone numbers, email addresses, relatives, and all that good stuff. And then you just do your business, right? Yeah. There's laws and all that good stuff. So make sure you follow the laws in your state, your city, and all that good stuff, right? Just like I think I did see someone post something about Ohio. Like, Ohio is coming out with a law for wholesalers. I'm like, fuck Ohio, who gives a shit, right? And hey, the same thing like Missouri. Fuck Missouri, I don't give a fuck. They can cry and bitch about whatever, however they want to do shit. Bottom line is, hey, rental properties, cool. We'll get rental properties and we'll collect your money and we'll take your money. So it's awesome. Why not? Right? Right. So at the end of the day, there's always real estate investors. Don't live in that square box, right? They live outside that square box. And that's why real estate investors have saved America. I don't know how many times, right? And I'll continue to say that. But check this property out, pre-foreclosure. It's a 3-bedroom, 1,500 square foot property. Obviously, you can see it's a pre-foreclosure. When it gets down and dirty, sometimes it gets listed on what's called auction.com. and a few other places that I'm going to share with you that you can find these deals anywhere in the United States of America, California, or depending on where they're located, right? This thing's already 141 days on Zillow, 421 views, blah, 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 blah. It's not listed with anybody. It's off market. You see any agents there? No agents. So, hey, if you're an agent, go rock and roll, go get the deal. And I'm sharing this with you. 9/29/25 foreclosed auction, 216. Now you got to remember, hey, foreclosed auction, is it foreclosed? Yes or no? You don't know. Obviously, it's not, because we went and took a look at the information on PropWire, right? So they got PropWire, PropStream, Property Radar. They got all kinds of different platforms. They got the deal sauce. They got batch leads, all kinds of shit. We used them all, tested them all, and if you'd like to know what my list is and what we use, or what I would recommend, depending on what you use, because look, they're all kind of geared for different types of scenarios and different types of people. Some people like all the bells and whistles, and some people don't like all the bells and whistles. Some people are going, I like that interface, but I don't like the interface. Some people like Google phones, and some people like Apple phones, right? Apple's sexy but locked up, and Google is kind of junky and clunky, but you can do all kinds of shit with it, right? So it just depends, on what what type of user you are at the end of the day. But there are a lot of them too that are like, hey, that's just plain shit. Don't even use that. Right, it's crap, and they're gonna nickel and dime you, and it's crap, right? So definitely reach out. Also, if you want to get my Erick report, definitely do a chat, do a like or some shit, and say, hey, I'm interested in your Erick report. Can I get a copy of that shit? Right, no problem. Probably going, what the hell is the Erick report? Well, what's going to happen and transpire in the next 5 to 7 years? Hindsight's 2020. I like to watch cycles and trends going back to the 1800s, to the 1900s, all the way up until now, and kind of look at the cycles and trends and where this stuff is going, right? There's been some micro cycles. There's been some cycles and trends where, the real estate kind of changed a little bit. The landscape has changed a little bit. And yes, because of what? Politics, capitalism, all kinds of shit, right? But it always happens, the same stuff. Think of it as like the ocean, right? At the end of the day, waves are always crashing. They're always going to crash. It's never going to stop unless something happens with the universe and the world, right? And Mother Nature. So it's the same thing with real estate. It's cyclical. It's always going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. But you should be able to make money in an up market, and money in a down market, and money in an up market, and money in a down market. It doesn't matter where you're at, where you're navigating on the ocean. The goal is to ride those waves, right? Ride those waves like a surfer all the way into the shore, and then paddle your way ass back out, and then go back and do it again, right? And keep on riding those cycles. That's the beauty of real estate. All right, listing removed. So obviously we're going to go ahead, and I want to share this with you. Let me go back over here. This is a cool site. I'm going to share this tab with you. This is a pro tip. Save it. I'm not sure what it looks like, but I'm going to go ahead and pull it up here, see if I can take a look. Okay, cool. We got a full screen enchilada thing right here, so you can look at it, right? All right, so let me go do this real quick. Okay, let me share that with you right here. Okay, cool. This is a pro tip. All right, so take a look at this. We're going to go here, okay? Trustee Corps. It's a servicing company, right? You can see all the different spots they're in. Yes, it's the West Coast, down here in Texas, different locations. There's going to be different trustee corps or platforms like this all over the United States of America, whether they're going to have some for the East Coast, some the Midwest, some, anywhere in the United States, right? But obviously for this here, so look, legislative updates tab for new changes. There's always, especially for California, right? On California, that was back in 2021, but it doesn't matter. Don't be afraid of California. Unless you're going to buy and hold, I get it. But even then, certain things, maybe buy a sober living pad, maybe buy a assisted living pad. Maybe it's an Airbnb or an autism house or some veterans type of place, right? So you can have the support, with all that money that comes down the wire, so you can get that cash flow, right? Maybe not a single family property or multifamily or apartment buildings, because they're super fucking expensive and the raw laws are a lot different. So you want to jump into those other markets, I would suggest, for Southern California. And you got to remember, anything that you buy in Southern California, it's gold. It doesn't matter. It's always going to go up, right? Always. Even if you buy a piece of shit shack 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, it's going to be $1 million shack. There's my prediction for Texas Triangle. Texas Triangle is the new gold rush. There's gold in them there hills. If you remember California a long time ago, people went to California to do what? To become what? Become successful, become multimillionaires, to become athletes and entertainers and musicians and stuff, right? And business. You go to California, you open up a shit stand, and boom, you're making all kinds of money, right? That's just a kind of a shitty metaphor, but it's true. But nowadays, like, man, no. Businesses are leaving California, right? Multimillionaires are leaving California. Businesses like Google and all them things, they're thinking about, because all the stupid laws that they put in, are not good, right? So it makes it harder and harder to be able to do that. Plus the politics and all that bullshit, which I'm not going to get too much into. But the bottom line is that there are deals here. And so don't be afraid of it. You just got to understand how to work them and what to do. And in Southern California, yeah, the checks are bigger, right? You're going to do a pre-foreclosure, a fix and flip, buy and hold, or maybe it's going to be a wholesale deal. It's going to be a lot fatter than a $100,000-$200,000 property in Texas or Missouri. And yeah, in Texas and other places, you got those $800-900 million properties too, right? The different location, of course, different demographics as well. But check this out. Here we go. All right, in-source logic. Now, if you automated sales line, you can call there. You can also view the listings. Service Link ASAP is a good one too. You go and check out their website, and you can see all these pre-foreclosures. Okay, nationwide posting and public publication. Now that one, if you have the TC number, you can go ahead and look up the property to see if it's still rocking and rolling and pre-foreclosure or not pre-foreclosure. You can also look up the listings, or you can actually get yourself an account too. You don't have to be a broker or an agent or anything like that. Just put in some information, and they'll be able to get an account, and you'll be able to see what's going on. With these pre-foreclosures, usually about 2 weeks, right? It's usually dated. So they cycle through, I think, 2 to 3 week cycles. So if there's something in pre-foreclosure at that time, it's going to tell you, and you're going to be able to look it up and you'll be able to do whatever you need to, or at least check on it. Auction.com, that's been around forever, right? It's like you probably don't want to buy properties at auction.com. They're always overpriced, and they get bid up too much. And usually for the newbies, they'll buy some stuff there. I mean, I get it. If you got a process, or maybe you're working the AI stuff and you're like sifting through all the shit to find the juicy, awesome, juicy deals, then cool. You if it works for you, awesome. X-Home is kind of the same as auction.com. Service Link Auction, Hudson and Marshall. That one's a little not as prevalent, but it's there. Go check it out because it's servicelinauction.com anyways. And then this one's new, Chrono Solutions. Haven't heard of this one. Realty Bid. Yeah, they're kind of like auction.com as well. But check it out. I'll open one up for you real quick. This one's kind of cool. If you look at this one, now obviously I accept the terms. And if you got a TS number, right? If you got a TS number, like let's say for example, let's pull up that one that we saw. On that one on the pre-foreclosure stuff, they had a number right here. We'll take that number. We'll go pop it in there, see what happens. If it even comes up. We'll search. See, there's no information available. We're going to select the state. You can have Arizona, California, Hawaii, Idaho, Nevada, Oregon, Texas, Utah, Washington. We're going to put it in there for Cali. All counties. Boom, put it in there. Nothing. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and take that number out, and we're going to do a different search, right? We're just going to do a multiple property search, which you can. But we're going to do a single property search here. Since it didn't come up, it doesn't matter. You can still go, hey, we're going to California. We want to hit, let me see what county we want to hit. Let's hit San Bernardino County. San Bernardino, Riverside. We'll do Riverside. Fuck it. Here we go. See, at Riverside, I want a date from, let's say, January. We at the 16th. Let's go out from the 1st all the way till now. We got the 16th today. Whoa, boom. Hit it. Hit the button. So as you can see, check it out. There it is. Make sure that we're sharing that tab. Let me take a look. Oh, let me see. I guess it didn't come up. How did I go? Where did I go? Oh, this one here. Okay. And then we got to go to the red dot. Can you see it? Oh, you can't see it. Okay, so I need to share it. Let me go ahead and share this. Oh, Lord, how did it go? Oh, there it is. Boink. So I'll share this tab. You missed it all. Anyways, you can go over here to this side. You can put in whatever state. As you can see, there's several states. You can pick a state. We pick California. Pick the county. Put a date range. We put from the 1st to the 16th. That's a couple of weeks, right? And then obviously look what came up. A handful of properties, right? These are sale dates. 1/8/115. This might have already happened. No, it said, yep, sold to outside party. Look at that. So if you take a look at this, and we're doing some homework here, 1/8, right? That was last week. Now, if we want to look up this property and we pull a little bit of information and title, we can say, hey, what was it sold for? What was owed on it and all that good stuff? But it sold to outside party for $108,742.57, right? Now we find that usually if they do go, so you want to see our goal is to try to find them, and your goal is to find them the low hanging fruit before they actually go to the auction. Now there are stubborn people out there saying no one's going to take my house, and oh, you're trying to rip me off, and hey, I can get more money. It's going to sell for more at the auction, and it doesn't happen. They don't want to listen. You're dealing with experts. Well, there's no reason to lie about this shit. We're trying to give them more money than they would get at the auction. Because 9 times out of 10, like this, let's say this. So this probably went for, the note was probably 80, 90,000. It usually goes for about 10, 15, $20,000 more over above what is owed on the loan. So, and we've seen it happen over and over with other properties, even checking out the data. You don't believe me, go check it out for yourself. But $108,000. But I guarantee if we went back and look at that, it's probably maybe 75, 80, 89, 90,000, whatever, $15,000, $20,000. But it did sold to Elle. And then we can actually see who purchased it. Was it an investor? Then I'd be thinking in my mind going, oh, shit, there's a buyer right there. Go find him some more property in Lake Elsinore. Okay, mofos? So let's check out this 115, right? 115, that was yesterday, 9 a.m. Riverside. What happened? All right, this is La Quinta. This is out in the desert, the high desert, ugliness. Unless you're into that shit. Canceled, right? So that shit got canceled. Cool. See that? I'll make sure that I'm sharing this with you so you can see it. Okay, cool. There it is. All right. So here we go. So I don't get paid or endorsed by anything here, by any of these things. There's no affiliate links or any of that shit. All right, so 115, another one, right? Lake Elsinore, canceled. All right, so let's see what else we got. 13, 15, 6, 6, 15, 15, 115. Marietta, look at that. Marietta's a good area. Okay, let's take a look. I'm going to go ahead and click this. And it does say it was canceled, 12:30. So canceled. There's the TS number. Sale date was 115 yesterday. Marietta. And even if we go check it out, we can go check it out for shits and giggles. That's public information, right? So I'm just going to make it quick. I don't want to share everybody's info, but let's go ahead and pop it in right here on this one. Okay. I know you can't see anything, but it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. I'm going to put the property into PropWire. We're going to take a look. Okay. So here we go. See what we got. Marietta. It's about off market, 634, 750, 4-bedroom, 2-bath house, 1,700 square foot. It looks like this is a short sale. They're overextended. Okay, adjustable loans, yes. Interfamily transfers, yes. Low equity, negative equity. 69% equity is negative. That's insane. All right, so that's about, let me see, 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. Let me see, tax information. Looks like, okay, we're okay. That's not too bad, 2,600 in taxes. Let's see where the NOD stuff is. Not coming up as NOD. Okay, so on here, we got to log in. I'm not going to log in. I'm going to go back over here. And it looks like the property, we're going to go back over here. We'll go back over here. So it looks like this property, we looked it up. It does say canceled, right? So for whatever reason, I'm not sure, either they reinstated the loan, maybe they had a bankruptcy of some sort. Who knows? But as you can see, Jerupa is pretty cool too. I'm going to check out that one, 1-6. Actually, that was canceled as well. So I'm going to change the date over here. I think you can see this screen right here. So I'm going to go from, let's say, 115 to the end of the month, 130, and see if anything comes up. Hey, look at that. See? Now, all those have sold. Now, look at this. How many we got here? We got 37 properties, right? From 115 to 130. Got a couple of weeks. These are all auctions, right? Sales scheduled, 127. Now look at this one. 127, 9 a.m. Riverside, right? This is in Lake Elsinore as well. I'm not going to get into it, but hey, sales scheduled. So that means you got a chance to go help out the seller. See if you can either buy it, fix it, sell it, list it, or whatever. You can also print them up right here to the printer friendly, or you can export them to the Excel spreadsheet right here. Make yourself an Excel spreadsheet. Heck, you know what? I think I'm going to do that because I like these right now. All right, so I done downloaded that. Let's check out a printer friendly one. What does that look like? Okay, that's kind of cool. Why not? I'm going to go ahead and let me see, how do we print that shit? I think I can go ahead and do this and print, and we'll print as a PDF, and we'll save the son of a bitch. That's cool. Look at that. A little list of pre-foreclosures, 37 to be exact. What was that? Why not? I'll go ahead and do this here. on a PDF. I'll save that shit later, but it's okay. We'll let me see what we got here. We'll go here. Okay, there it is. Okay. All right. So check that out. This one, look, got postponed. Okay, postponed. This was by bankruptcy. Someone did probably a skeleton bankruptcy. 127. Lake Elsinore again, postponed to 127. That's going to be Tuesday. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days. The clock is ticking. All right. So postponed from 120 to 122 by beneficiary request, right? 2026. That's not much time there. Like, was that a couple of days? That's Belmont. Sales schedule postponed. Did a little bankruptcy shit. Cathedral. Let me see something I like here. Anything I like here? Let me see. We got Riverside, Lake Elsinore, Corona. I like Corona. Yes, nice area. Postponed from 129 to 3/3. That's March, right? By mutual agreement. So they're probably trying to work out a loan mod of some sort. If it works out, it works out. If it don't, then this thing's going back to sale no matter what. So that's something that we would look at, see if we can help them out. There's another one, Corona. Postponed from 120 to 224. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because we're cruising in probably close to an hour. 120 to 224. It's February 24th, right? Bankruptcy. Now, it's either a real bankruptcy and they're going to go through and follow through with the bankruptcy, or it's just a skeleton bankruptcy to slow down the sale and do whatever they need to do, kind of like they do in Texas. I believe it's called a restraining order type of bullshit or whatever. So, there's all kinds of little tricks that they use. And there's other things that could be done. Let's look at this real quick. 120. It's going to be in a few days, about 4 days, right? Oh, this is actually a mobile home with space 70. Opening bids 83,000, right? Space 44. Opening bid 64,000. So you guys anybody want a mobile home? There you go. You can buy a mobile home in Hemet, California, over there by the Scientology, buildings and all that good stuff, because they got it out there, I believe. What else we got? Riverside, Hemet again, right? So as you can see, that's an awesome little pro tip for you. Definitely, I'm going to go ahead and maybe, what do we got here? Can you see that? Okay, good. Cool. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to move on here. Keep on rocking and rolling. Obviously, you were invited, right, for a live hot seat. Bring a deal. Leave with capital, structure, clarity, all that good stuff. Obviously, I just wanted to make sure that I kept my promise to come back and do that. Obviously, I asked you to drop a guest for your free invite, and then it'd send you a link. So whoever got those links, awesome. Appreciate it for contributing and all that other good stuff. We do appreciate you. And thank you for sending deals down the wire and DMing and all that good stuff and sending them to us. We appreciate that as well, okay? As well as joining the group and liking and love. I encourage you to like, love, and share the Amp Live Real Estate Show. Like, love, and share the stuff that we do. Hashtag Get Erick Paul Live. Hashtag Get Erick Paul Live to watch videos and trainings and just rants and raves of creative real estate investing. That's where we live and it's what we love. Sponsored by VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments. Step into excellence. So as well as luxury properties that we're bringing down the wire, because there's a market for that, and we're going to hit that niche, and we're going to rock that niche into the new cycle that's coming down the wire as well. Step into excellence, and powered by Amp Live Media, a media marketing and broadcasting company, bringing you stuff like this, as well as any type of marketing that we use for mentees and coaching, as well as for agents and buyers agents, things that work with, and the people lovely people that work with us through VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments and luxury properties. That's our goal here, obviously, is to rock and roll and help you into creative real estate investing. Creative real estate investing is the future of real estate. You may not see that. You may not think that. You may go, oh man, this is going to be more difficult. I got to learn how to do that. No, and don't worry about it. I get it. The wholesaling thing and the laws coming down the wire in different states. Hey, just pick and choose where you want to work. If it's a place that you want to be in and you see the value in buying property in that state, then go for it. You got to remember, there's a square box, right? A lot of people live inside that box. Real estate investors live outside that box, and they ride that gray area or just ride the outside of the box, and then you got the whole box, right? Because it's a lot bigger. They're not stuck in a little square. So then you got the whole area out. They can rock and roll inside the box and kick some ass, as well as living outside that box, right? That makes sense, right? Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, then I say learn how to read between the lines and to see the forest through the trees, right? We're watching a movie with my son last night. It's Tom Cruise. I think he's awesome. I'm agree with his, maybe religion stuff and all that good stuff. But hey, who am I to judge? But obviously, homeboy's a workaholic. He does what he does. He's not worth $700-800 million for nothing. Didn't come from crashing and burning and then rising and all that good stuff for nothing, right? And then pulling Paramount, I think personally, out from bankruptcy and all that crazy shit, right? But with that said, it was a movie called Jack Reacher, right? Which I think was a cool movie. We watched another one. I think it was called Valkyrie. That was pretty crazy. That was a little bit of a slow start, but it was still a good movie at the end of the day. And then we watched Jack Reacher, and Jack Reacher was all about this crazy movie, and a lot of the things that I say were actually in the movie, which is pretty cool. And the forest through the trees, the forest through the trees. You got to see the forest through the trees. A lot of people, if you look and say, what do you see when you tell people to look at the forest, or you tell them, hey, what do you think? What do you see in real estate? What do you see as a real estate agent? They're going to say, well, listing properties and being a buyer's agent, right? Now, if you, see the forest of the trees, you're going to go, listing properties, buyer's agent, wholesaling, creative real estate, buying properties, single family, commercial, options, rent to own, seller finance, leveraging properties to help your clients get their properties sold, looking at the people that you go, no, I just can't help you because there's just not enough commission there. I can't do it, right? I'm a one-trick pony, kind of like wholesalers. I'm a one-trick pony, 70 cents minus repairs, and that's what I need to make, right? And with the low markup and stuff. No different than an agent. Hey, you know what? There's just not enough money in it. I got to get my 2%, 3%, whatever, plus both sides and closing costs. You do the bottom line, you go, I can't list the property, right? It's a one-trick pony. But if you're really, really good at what you do and you'd be going, there's a way that I can help you, Mr. or Mrs. Seller. And I would suggest we do it this way if you're flexible, and I'll explain everything to you because I'm an expert, a true expert, right? Which is a beautiful, lovely thing, right? So whether they're making agents or wholesalers get their licenses, who gives a shit? There's always going to be that square box outside the box. And then you got to remember, we live with laws. So there's no perfect law that locks up everything 100%. That's why it's called the law. That's why you have laws, right? There's always a gray area to those laws, right? There's always a way to get in and out of those laws. If you do this and you do that and you do this, then you can do this, right? And that's where creative real estate comes in, right? You're leveraging stuff, right? It's not just for the banks. Why should banks get all of the, the awesome rules that they get to follow, but not you? Right? Even the government gets to do this and do that and do that, but not you. That's all bullshit, right? So you just follow within the confines of the law, and you work creative deals creatively using your noggin, right? Using some experience in the real estate business. And if there's something you don't know, then study. Now, cool if you want to, but I'm not the type to go on Facebook. Can you help me with this and this and that? And what if I do this and do that? No, because you don't know who the hell is going to come down the wire. I'm going to go and resource and look at somebody and talk to somebody and then go, hey, can I structure this deal this way and that way? Because you're the expert. And then make it beneficial for them. Or if they're willing to share it with you or not, or maybe you got enough clout, someone's going to be willing to help you, then that's a lovely thing, right? You got to do your research and then do something, then double check it, quadruple check it, test it, and then release it and go for it and go do it, right? A lot of people I get it. Sales is fast too. People like that. Are some salespeople, the high D's, boom, boom, boom. Let's go do shit. And you get burned out that way, right? You got to have a process and a system, period. In your approach. So you can get your closing ratios to where they need to be. It's almost like magic. If you do this, and you run through the process, boom, you're getting your ratios are going to get you a deal. Or maybe it's going to be a marketing deal. Maybe it's a wholesale deal. Maybe it's a sub-2 deal. Maybe it's a seller finance deal. Right? Maybe it's a rent-to-own deal. Maybe it's a marketing fucking deal. Who cares? There's a method to the madness if you connect all the dots, right? Like a puzzle. It's like putting a damn puzzle together, right? And not many people have the patience to put puzzles together. You want to buy the puzzle, or maybe you want to buy the puzzle all put together and then put on your wall. It's cool. Whatever. All right. So I'm getting a little bit of cotton mouth here from this. I don't drink these, trust me, but I got this little power drink, whatever. Any recommendations on some healthy ones? That'd be cool. But I think I went to Sprouts, try to find some healthy drinks. And in the cold section, I think I probably had to go to the section where they're all warm. I probably would have found some nice, energy drinks that are natural, right? So that would have been good. All right, so let's see what we got here. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. We're at 1 hour, right? 1 hour and 34 seconds. Here we go. Okay, we're going to wrap this son bitch up. I'm going to go through and share this stuff with you. A couple of things here, some shameless plugs, because that's what we're here to do, obviously. So no theory, no fluff, just real estate deals in action. Scan that QR code right there. Boink, I believe it's right there. See my finger? Boom. Go scan that QR code. Amp Live, book an Amp Live breakout call with myself and my team. Go for it. Do it. 15, 30 minutes of my time, our time, to help you out, point you in the right direction, or maybe work with us in some capacity or not. All good. Okay. No pressure whatsoever. I am a big believer in creative real estate investing. So creative real estate investing, how to get off-market deals, right? How do you get off-market deals, right? What the hell? Go here. You go right there. Scan the QR code towards the top over there. Join the live now. That's Let's Share Real Estate Investment Deals there. There'll be some deals that are usually posted in there, or you can request sub-2 deals or create a real estate investing deals of some sort. But how do you get these off-market deals, right? So there's going to be something down below that I'm going to share with you. You can go ahead and get those, and you can actually do the surfing for deals, okay? So you can get that. It's for free. It's going to help you build your pipeline. You just need to know how to recognize a sub-2 deal. And for us, people go, hey, you can talk about sub-2, talk about seller finance. We don't. We just talk about doing the deal, talk about cash. And then, we're upfront about everything that we do, but there's just a certain way of doing it. We call it the Amp Live method, okay? So, master creative real estate investing, how to buy property with no money, credit, or spending days watching shitty videos. I like that. No PDFs. What does it say? Can't even read that. What does it say? Heck, maybe we'll do this one right here. Let's do the half and half action. Can we read that? No, let's go right there. How about that? No PDFs, no Facebook groups with the blind leading the blind, just true one-on-one mentoring, or just jump on one of our lives or groups or whatever, or come and visit with us and hang out in Southern California. Also right here, obviously you can see the power team right here, power couple, free home search and investment properties. You can search investment properties, MLS properties, online market or off market properties, online properties, MLS properties, courtesy of VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments. Step into excellence in luxury properties. Scan that QR code right there. It's right over there. Boink. Scan it. Start hunting properties. Absolutely free. If you want to get on the VIP list, that's different, and get access to properties before they come out to the general market, or general public, I should say, then definitely let's get you on that list, okay, to find some and hunt some deals. Now, obviously, this is one of my favorites, amplify the art of the deal, how to uncover how to amplify the art of the deal, right? Your real estate business and build ultimate real estate investing businesses while tearing down the barriers that are consistently holding you back. And I see it happen all the time, right? People jump on a horse, get off the horse, jump on the horse, get off the horse. I'm not sure if I can do this. Can I do this? I don't know. What about this? What about that? What about this? But we're there to help you all the way through this, right? I say amplify the art of the deal, amplify your life, and amplify the Amp Live method is what we share with you and others, whether you're a real estate agent, a broker, you're a lender, loan officer, or you're a real estate investor. Even if you're getting started as a newbie, right? So we got some stuff for you as well. Definitely reach out, touch bases with us. But, we're here to help. I'm going to wrap this up because we're already at an hour and 4 minutes. I only wanted to go an hour, and I got some other things I got to do. But sub-2 101, gear up, adjust, adapt, or perish. I say let's rock and roll instead. Remember the golden rule and PMA. You can obviously join here. I'm going to put this QR code up here so you can actually join. Sub-2, this is for, yes. I'll put this one up here for you. Right there. You can scan that. That's for to join Erick's Creative Real Estate Domination Live Network. You meet up, you can scan the QR code, and that's going to be every Thursday. Every Thursday is going to be an awesome webinar on subject to existing financing, okay, and creative real estate investing. I'm also going to put this up here as well. I believe, heck, I'll just put it up here. This is actually going to 21,000, actually 19, 20, yeah, it's actually going to 19,189, right? As it says right there. See that? 19,189. It's still 11,189 for 6 months of one-on-one mentoring. Done with you, done for you program. It is still there. Scan that QR code because before it's going to be gone. I was actually going to move to the 19,196. And then after the first quarter, it's going to go jump up another 10 grand. So it'll be $29,180. All right. So this is no bullshit at the end of the day. If you want to get your business up and running, you want to rock your business, and you want us to help you build your brokerage, your real estate, your private real estate brokerage. And then even if you're wanting to add the public sector, right, then I would encourage you to do so. Start off with one and then kind of start building out your whole legacy, building out your whole brokerage, a boutique brokerage, because that's, after all, that's what VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments in Luxury Properties is. Everything underneath it, and we got it's a brokerage, it's a boutique brokerage, a real estate company that has, yes, all those things in it. So we're not trying to be everything to everybody. We're just trying to be specific things to our specific niches, and understanding that, hey, it makes no sense to give it to somebody else when we can have it in-house and have an expert who's in lending take care of it, who's an expert who's in luxury properties take care of it, someone who needs a listing, or maybe there's an ovation, or maybe it's you can move over to the creative side and want to do an option, or want to do a fix and flip or a burr type of program of some sort, right? We're going to fix it up, get hard money, and then put it back on the market, and then rent the son of a bitch out, and then refi it, pull cash out, and turn it into a rental for the rest of your life. So there's a lot of those things that can happen. They are happening, and they're going to continue to happen because opportunities are here for 2026, 27, and beyond. You don't got to believe me. Get my Erick report. I'll share it with you. No cost. But you can scan that QR code. I wasn't going to do this tonight, but I said, you know what? It's okay. Go for it. Don't give a shit at the end of the day. As far as it is what it is, because we're only looking for good people to rock and roll with us. You can scan that QR code right there. This is not shared in general public, but obviously it is now, right? So take advantage of it before it's gone, because it is going to change. It's going to go to $19,190, I believe, or $89. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to move this. This is a program that's coming down the wire. This one is wholesaling 101, using door knocking to land your next deal and your next deal and your next deal, as well as creative real estate investing 101, right? It's a longer title, not as sexy as this one up here. And look at those handsome devils right there. Obviously going to be rocking and rolling and knocking on doors to help you get your next deal. And it could be a wholesale deal. It could be a fix and flip deal. It could be a sub-2 deal. It could be an option deal. It could be a rent-to-own deal. You don't know. We won't know until you get to the door. And the goal here is that you won't be alone. So therefore, if you're just doing wholesale, okay, and you get to the door and all you know is wholesale, you have to walk away. But when you're working with us, this is in-house with us, exclusively working with us, right? We're going to help you work deals. You're going to earn and learn all that good stuff right here in Southern California in all 4 counties. Then at least, hey, you know that, hey, everybody else who's doing wholesale is going to walk away from the deal. But if the seller is flexible, then we're willing to go ahead and do a creative subject to existing financing, a seller financing. Maybe it's an option. Maybe they need a loan. Maybe they need some marketing. It doesn't matter, right? They're going to go through a process, going to share the funnel process with you on how that actually works, okay? So it's very powerful. Scan that QR code right there. Boink. Scan it. Scan the QR code. I'm going to go ahead and put this up here and jump on that. It's right there. Okay. We're actually going to plug in some tools for you as well. Yes, it will be branded through our brands to be able to sell your house fast. There's some full page flyers, half page flyers, business cards, all that good stuff, right? I'm going to do a brief introduction to VIPeXecs, our sponsor, VIPeXecs Realty Lending and Investments. You can scan that QR code right there to be able to hunt those properties, the ones that are in MLS, the ones that are off market, all that good stuff. Definitely to get the off market stuff, you need to become a VIP buyer with us. And yes, if you're a millennial, yes, you can buy a house. Okay. Don't believe the bullshit that's out there saying, oh my God, I can't afford a house. You have to be 40 years old to buy a house and all this bullshit that's going on right now with the feds. Hopefully they can that motherfucker at the end of the day and get rid of them. and keep on doing what the current administration is doing, right, to bring America back, to bring Made in America back, and to bring those millennials where they can't afford a house, right? You can't afford a house, and right now you probably don't believe you can, but you can. If you're paying rent, you're paying a condo, or paying a house, or paying some type of rent, or maybe you're living in your mom and dad's pad in a room or some shit, right? And you're having to help pay rent and all that crap. At the end of the day, yes, if you got a job for at least 2 or 3 years and it's current, and you got some money down, you get into an FHA loan. Shit, if you're in the military, you got out of the military, you get a VA loan, you get into a property with almost zero money, right? If it's FHA, you only need 3.5% down, right? So be able to do that. And there's some tips and tricks I will share with you and show you how to find that property, how to get approved and all that good stuff, so you can have what? So you can have your first piece of property, live in it, and then go ahead and rent that son of a bitch out, and then go buy your forever house or go buy the house that you want and start building your portfolio. All right. So trust me, mortgage for millennials and everybody else. Contact Elizabeth Jimenez, because you deserve a place to call your home. And it's true. Powered by VIPeXecs Realty, Lending and Investments, and Luxury Properties. Definitely, if you're considering of selling or buying a house, because a lot of people are putting their house on the market, then it's not selling, and then they're canceling listings. So you got a lot of expireds out there, right? So if your property is expired and it just didn't work out, maybe I'm not going to say anything about the agent or whatever. Bottom line is, we'll take a look at it, we'll evaluate it, and our goal is to get you top dollar for your property. And you just reach out, scan that QR code right there, because if you scan that QR code, obviously you'll get into our ecosystem. Somebody on our team will contact you, and we'll evaluate your property for free. It doesn't cost you a dime. We'll tell you how much it is. Even if you don't go with us, we'll give you a bunch of information and data on your property, on what you can probably do to sell it, and what the property's worth, what simple things you can do to, bring up the value to get full market value, or what happened and what transpired when it did not sell. We'll definitely do that for you. Absolutely free, no charge whatsoever. And if you decide to go with us, then awesome. You won't be disappointed. I guarantee you. I promise you that. Even with our guarantees of us being able to sell your property and all kinds of other stuff, along with the marketing and having the power of Amp Live Media, a media broadcasting and marketing company, to help power those things, to bring those buyers and all those agents and all that lovely stuff to be able to get you top dollar for your property. So it's a beautiful, lovely thing. We're going to keep on rocking and rolling here as we move forward. And here's a shameless plug for Amp Live. That's right. Amp Live, the American Mentee Program, top-rated one-on-one investment mentorship program. Get started today. Leads, deals, and private money. Right there, you can follow us by scanning that QR code right there. Or you can scan that QR code and book some time with myself and my team. All right. Or you can also text Amp Live USA to 909-341-6629. Amp Live USA to 909-341-6629. And hey, don't be shy, because we are going to ask you who you are, what your name is, and telephone number, what you're wanting to do. So you can text and just want to get some information. But yeah, come on. In the real world here, right? How to sub to? You can definitely give us a call at 888-619-5577. That's right. We like the 5s, the 6s, the 8s, and 7s. Or you can go to amplive-net. Or amp-live.net. You go to amplive.net for creative real estate investing and everything creative real estate investing. Beautiful, lovely thing. Here's my little pro tip for you. Why one-on-one mentorship matters in real estate. Why? Because, look, it helped the shit out of me. It took me 16 months to build up everything, to build up the websites and do all kinds of crazy shit when I first got started. And then I had to figure out, what the hell wholesaling was, because it wasn't even wholesaling when I got started. It was just creative real estate investing. Buy a house for $10, $100. No money, some money, good credit, bad credit, fix, flip, buy, and hold. Too damn long, right? Shit, it'd take more words just to put that in a damn graphic, right? And then social media came out and said, hey, I was wholesaling, and I didn't even know how to wholesale. I didn't know what it was. But somebody said you could sell the contract. Did you know that every contract is assignable? I said, well, I did not know that. I did my research. I did some studying. I talked to an attorney and all that good stuff, paid him $150. And I got my contracts together and all that good stuff. And I said, cool. I can wholesale, make some money, put some money in the bank, and start scaling and building my real estate firm. And that's what the goal was, and that's what the goal is still. Every single day we keep on growing, but in a different manner than what you guys are doing, maybe or maybe not. But scan that QR code. So you want to be part of Erick's Real Estate Domination Live Networking Meetup. Scan the QR code, and we'll chit-chat, we'll talk, and kind of point you in the right direction. Or maybe we'll even offer, have some offerings for you as far as a mentee, or maybe it's working with us, because we are looking for acquisitions, dispo, and high ticket sales. If that's you, definitely reach out. So we're going to, this is already up to an hour and 15 minutes. Here's the graphic for the American Mentee Program. AHA, America's How America's American Mentee Program. True one-on-one mentoring. We need to get America back on track, one American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time. Doing our part to get America back on track together with you and others across the United States of America. Sponsored by VIPeXecs Realty, Lending and Investments, and Luxury Properties, powered by AMP Live Media, a media broadcasting and marketing company. That means if when I'm saying those words, that means, hey, we're getting ready to do what? We're getting ready to wrap this sumbitch up, okay? But I will challenge you to say, take the challenge. Take the challenge today. What is that challenge? Challenge to get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. If you're comfortable, then get uncomfortable. And then when you get uncomfortable, get comfortable, get uncomfortable again. Keep that cycle up. Discipline, consistency works. It's what wins, right? It always wins at the end of the day. I know because I've been there, done that, and still do that today. But take the challenge. Also, this is day 43 of my 100 videos, 100 days or 100 push-ups. I'm just going to lock it in today. I may come out 11:59 tonight, maybe the 11th hour, just to get my video in, do some rants and raves, to talk about my day and talk about what? Day 43. Okay, so we're going to hit this. I'm going to keep on rocking. I'm committed to doing this all the way through. And yes, you can still do push-ups here, right? I'm not, sooner or later I'll get to 100 push-ups, or I'll be able to do 100 push-ups in a day, hopefully when this shit's all over. And then on the 100th day, I'm not sure what type of celebration, what we'll do. If you have some suggestions for me or something you would like to see, as far as like, hey, you know what, when you hit that 100 video, do this or do that, or I'd like to see this, or give, maybe there's a giveaway, or maybe there's something that we can do, or something we can blow up. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Something. I have no idea. I'm going to put these back on, but I challenge you to get out of your comfort zone. I challenge you to go out there and rock and roll and do something that you haven't done before ever, because you only have one life, right, at the end of the day, and you don't want to have regrets. So I challenge you to go and do what you know you should. We all know we should, but we don't. Most don't anyways. It's the very rare ones that actually go after it. Here's also my speaker card. If you think I'd be a good guest on a podcast or a show or seminar, webinar, whatever, definitely has my speaker cards there, right there. It has all my information, has all the social media stuff, what I've done, what I'm about, and all that good stuff, and what my credo is. Even has my telephone number right there. You can definitely call it and reach out, text or whatever, do a DM. This is for watching this long. It's called Surfing for Deals. Okay, it's a $1,500 value, and I guarantee you it's going to explode and blow up your phone, email, and telephone number with telephone with actually leads, because you need leads. Without leads, you are dead in the water. Surfing for Deals is like driving for dollars. Now, people drive for dollars. It works. We got a guy named Hector that I'm associated with, supposed to get on the show, but didn't show up. It's okay. Good to go. I'm sure he's rocking and rolling, doing his stuff. He's getting out there and making his videos, so that's cool. I definitely get it. But he's driving for dollars. He's hitting 400 or 500 houses a week. And then he's getting about 20, 30, 40, 50 calls back, and then locking up 1 to 3 to 4, 5, 6 deals a month. So it's working, but he's also putting in the work, right? Most people are not going to want to drive and door knock 400 fucking houses in a week. Trust me, they're not going to want to do it, right? But he's doing it because it works. And he's doing it in his area because nobody else is doing it, so it's going to work. I guarantee it. Now, if you got all kinds of jabronis driving all kinds of houses and 10 people knocking on the same door, yeah, it's going to be a little tougher, right? You have to get really good, really, really, really good at what you do, or figure out a different niche on how to get a hold of those sellers, right? But this is super easy. So instead of driving for dollars, you can drive for dollars right here on this freaking thing, right? It's called Surfing for Deals. And we're going to give you a training video on how to use that. We're going to give you a PDF. It's about 13 pages. You can copy, paste, and all that good stuff, and what websites to use, and then how to work it and all that good stuff. But I guarantee it, you're going to get leads. It's going to blow up your phone. You're going to talk to sellers, and you're going to make some money. If you know how to negotiate the deals, you know what to do, you know how to break down deals and all that good stuff, then there's no excuse that you will make some money, and you'll write up some contracts and get them closed up. Scan that QR code right there so you get access to the Surfing for Deals training, get instant access. It's absolutely free. Same token, see those two awesome people right there? For VIPeXecs Realty, Lending and Investment, Step into Excellence, powered by AMP Live Media. I'm talking a little fast because I got to wrap this sucker up, right? Or not, it's okay. Right, I got a hot date. Nope, no hot date. Well, I do actually. I got some place to be, and they're waiting for me. Got some people that we gotta hang out with, right? Some familia. All right, so VIPeXecs Realty, Lending and Investment, Step into Excellence, powered by AMP Live Media. Also, if you got deals, send them down the wire. We'll get you an offer within 24 to 72 hours of the submission. You can go to instantoffer-cash.com. It's AHA, Saving America and Americans across the United States of America. National, it's a national company, so we'll buy in any area, anywhere from the East Coast to the West Coast and everything in between. It's private and secure. For an instant offer, our solution within 24 to 72 hours of submission, we will get you an offer. Whether it's single-family property, multi-family property, doesn't matter what it is. It could be a shack. It could be burnt down. We just need to chit-chat with you. Submit it. Even if you're submitting a property that's a wholesale deal or submitting a property that's not even yours, go for it. Just let us know what the situation is, or if you are an actual seller. And you're like, hey, I need some help. I need an offer on my house with the next, we call them instant offers. An instant offer within 24 to 72 hours will get you a guaranteed written offer to you in regards to your property. And we'll go ahead and we'll actually buy it and fix it and flip it and all that good stuff. We'll figure something out to the point where you're actually be able to move on with your life in some capacity, whether you inherited the property, divorced the property, or maybe it's just a fixer-upper, or maybe your husband or wife passed away. Sorry to hear that, all that good stuff. There's a lot of stuff that happens, right? Even if it's a short sale, we can probably do something with it, okay? Now, I'm going to have my credentials up here, but I'm not going to share it on this one. Lock in for the one-on-one mentoring program. You can scan that QR code right there. I'm not sure what the price is, but lock it in. Get your lock in your spot. I think the last one I pulled up, shit, I might just pull it back up. Fuck it. Here we go. Excuse my French, but hey, comes from a place of passion. No BS at the end of the day, right? You can spin your wheels and all kinds of other stuff and jump on the shiny objects and all the good stuff. No, this is true blue one-on-one mentoring where we'll help you build your brokerage. Done with you, done for you. Scan that QR code right there. Boom, boom, boom. Take advantage of it. Because after this quarter, after we're done with that, it's going to $19,189. And then when the first quarter is over, it's going to double. It's actually going to go to $29,189. And there's a reason for that because we got a 6-week coaching program coming out, right? All right. Let it out of the bag. There it is. So let's keep on rolling here. See what else we got here. Scan that QR code to book some time with myself and my team. What do I got here? What do I want to share? I think it's this right here. And I think I want to put that up here. So we're going to do this again. You're invited for a live hot seat. Bring a deal. Leave with capital. Structure the deals, and you'll have clarity. Now, obviously, we're going to probably do this as a Thursday. Friday. Every Friday. Maybe we'll do it with Friday highlights, 6 p.m. Maybe we'll move my Friday highlights to 2 p.m. And then we'll do this at 6 when people are available. They get off work or whatever. You know, if they don't work or if they do this full time, that's cool. I think it'd be awesome. Again, gearing up for Saturday so we can be prepared to actually rock those deals and help you through by going to an appointment, rocking a deal, how to walk the house and all that good stuff. It'll be a beautiful, lovely thing. So I'm going to wrap this up without further ado. I'm going to slam on my glasses. Let's see what this is real quick. What was this? There we go. Oh, let's do this one here. Boink. All right. No theory, no fluff, just real estate deals in action. Scan that QR code right there to book some time with myself and my team. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. No, I think I want to wrap it up with this one. I like this one. Master Creator Real Estate Investing. Okay, here we go. There it is. Okay, so without further ado, rock and roll and all that you do. We appreciate you. Let's get back to Made in America. I'm going to put my mug up here so you can see my face. And as always, rock and roll and all what you do. God bless you with abundance, prosperity, health, and wealth. Sponsored by VIPeXecs Realty, Lending and Investments, and Luxury Property. Step into excellence. If you're looking to hang your license, you want to get your license, you want to get the best of both worlds of the real estate agent, the listing side of the things, the wholesaling, the creative real estate, and you want to be able to dominate your area and kick some ass in your area, definitely reach out. Let's see if we're a good fit. I'll put you in contact with the broker. If it's a good fit, then we'll rock. At the same token, maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to do the real estate investing side like I did. I just wanted, hey, I like the language of an investor. Find me the ugliest house on the block. Find me some deals. Let's rock some deals, and I'll cut you some checks. If that's you, and then definitely reach out, touch bases with me, and we'll connect somehow or just do a DM, scan the QR code, and we'll bring you aboard the one-on-one mentoring program, see if it's a good fit. If it's a good fit, we'll rock. If not, that's okay. We'll shake hands, part friends, maybe sometime later in the future. But without further ado, rock and roll and all what you do. Let's get back to Made in America and see what else we got. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching the Amplified Real Estate Show. Thank you for watching Friday Highlights in the Pulse of Real Estate. Once again, we'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow for some Saturday training, probably be out in the field. And then Sunday for Sunday Rants and Raves, Mindset Money Monday, Tuesday and Thursdays are deals days. So we'll be in and out. No matter what, I'm going to be back for my video 44 of 100 videos, 100 days, or 100 push-ups, regardless. whether it's at the 11th hour of 11:59 or maybe it'll be 4:30 in the freaking morning. I doubt it because that's my time. And then I'm not going to come out here with my, like most people would do with their hair all jacked up and crusties in their eyes and all kinds of crazy shit, right? I prefer to be suited up every once in a while. Yeah, you see me wearing a hat. I don't do that a lot. Or I'm wearing my good old American or Patriot hat of some, or Patriot shirt, or maybe it's a polo, or maybe it's the work shirt of some sort, right? It is what it is, but I do believe that every client deserves to have whoever they're working with suit up, right? There's a cool meme that I put out there that said, suit up, man. Say, hey, where'd you get your clothes? The trash company or some shit, right? I think it was the toilet store. Suit up. Stop looking like a damn bum when you go and help your clients, right? I get it. You want to do flip-flops and all that good shit. I had somebody actually do that when I had a property. They came out. Yeah, they're rich. They had all kinds of money. Hanging out with his daughter. Hawaiian shirt, flip-flops and shit, and shorts and shit. And, had an attitude and ego. I said, get the fuck out of here. I'll sell my house to someone else who wants it, who's going to deserve it, who's going to bust their ass and get my property sold, right? Of course, that was a real estate deal that I was wanting to fix and flip and all that other good stuff, helping out the clients. Long story short, you want to work with people that you like, love, and you can assimilate with. So regardless, have some respect for the people you go out there and, give them the respect that they deserve. If not, that's okay too. Hey, if it works, there's people, I get it. You got the beards, you got the tattoos and all kinds of crazy stuff, right? If they're willing to work with you, then cool. But you don't want, you're only working with a certain demographic. And I get that, right? Doesn't mean, hey, some people prefer to be dressed down because they're like, oh man, I don't know. They're going to try to take advantage of me. This is a slick real estate investor and all this good stuff. So I definitely get it. But when we go out door knocking, we're not going to be wearing suits. So we'll be wearing some nice polos, some nice Levi's and shoes and stuff, right? And representing us, as real estate investors and professional real estate investors to help our fellow Americans with their real estate issues and problems. Okay. So once again, without further ado, rock and roll and all that you do. You have a good one. Thank you for watching. You have a great and wonderful evening. I am out. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.